Yes, guys, welcome back. And we're back with another episode of NFT Wallet Chronicles. And today's collector, we have Mina ready to show out his wallet. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well, man. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no problem. And thanks for coming on. Yeah, before we get into it, just give yourself a little short introduction, a bit about your background of how you got into NFTs. It's always interesting, especially the collecting side. Just give a brief background into that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Mina from New York. Been in the New York startup scene since about 2014. Been an entrepreneur, investor. Ran a couple of incubator programs, and then got into NFTs this past February actually. And my entry into it was, I started seeing this like all the stuff that was happening with Top Shot initially, and started seeing LeBron's not rookie card, but his Top Shot, one of his highlights, sell for like $240,000. Like, what the hell is this thing? Like, why is this digital card looking thing like selling for this much? I saw it on ESPN and they were talking about it. I was like, oh, okay, this is like a big deal. Let me learn about this. Was just transitioning out of another job. And then, really just started delving in, collecting, writing about it, tracking the different notable works that were selling, and really have been all in since February, March. Been lucky enough to be around some dope people who have even helped me, enter the space even more, and it has been awesome.
Yeah, man, it has, and I mean, like, I kind of when you were talking about the NBA Top Shot is kind of my introduction, penny dropping, thinking, whoa, what's going on here, man? Like, this is crazy. Yeah. but it also made sense. I mean, due to my age, I grew up with the whole sticker book era, collecting sticker books and that. So I was thinking, okay, I see what's going on here. And I remember I weren't selling stickers for that much, but if people want to buy it for that much, let's see what's happening.
Yeah, and I actually, to your point, I actually also used to collect, basketball cards.
Yeah.
So I have like binders and binders of them. So I definitely understood it in terms of like from like collecting different moments, different highlights in that sense. But the world like of NFTs, I started like looking at Rarible. It was like this brand new world. You go in and you're like, what the hell is all this stuff? Like it's like a completely different world when you first enter it, and you're like, it's very easy to just shut off because there's so much. But if you really take the time, it's like, wow, this is wild.
Yeah, it is. It is. And this, so let's get into, before, like, what I'd like to do is let's get into your display pick first, and I'll touch on my display pick, just a little introduction of why you've picked. I mean, which is going to be popular choice, why you picked the apes.
Yeah, absolutely. So my display picture is obviously a Bored Ape from the Bored Ape Yacht Club. This guy's been kind of like a secondary persona for me. I think in a lot of when I'm going to speak in other places, or like I'm sharing my profile picture out, it's typically this ape. Just the aesthetic, like the look of it, the glasses, the hat. Like, it's not the rarest ape, but it's just like the persona of it, like it's very serious, means business. And I pick it. I picked this one obviously because it means a lot to the NFT community, right? Like Bored Ape Yacht Club just, after it came after CryptoPunk, but it was the first real collection that was based around community, right? Like it's community driven. Like the hype around it was community driven. Like events were starting to be built around it. IP was starting to be built around it. Like people were starting to take this new IP and really transform it and use it for their own purposes, right? And it's just super special to that collection dropped, the hype around it, and then all these other projects started being like, hey, we could be Bored Apes, let's do a lion, let's do a penguin, let's do a goat, let's do whatever, right? But all of it stemmed not necessarily just from CryptoPunks. Obviously, it's like the godfather of this, but the community element stemmed from this collection. So that's why it's super special.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. I always say that. I feel that the apes were the first, not the first, okay, not the first, but the true community of the early adopters, whether the artists or people that have been heavily invested into crypto and NFTs from an early stage, and everyone bought in, and then everybody contributed and led the way to be what it's become now. Like without people putting in the input, and a lot of these projects that have come from the Bored Ape community, so they've kind of they've been a spearhead of everything that's happening. Yeah, it tends to be anyone I speak to. I never hear anyone bad mouthing the apes. I mean, I did speak to somebody else before, and they were saying that there's a bit of beef between the crypto punks community and the apes.
Yeah. Because the punks, you know, anybody that feels like they're the most OG feels like anything that comes after them is, you know, secondary. It's like whatever. Yeah. Why are these guys getting so much hype anyway? You know.
Well, let me tell you about my DP. I've got a
Crypto
Rasta, man. I don't know if have you come across that project?
No,
Crypto
it's
Rasta?
dope though. Honestly, after this call, I'll probably get one.
Well, yeah, man. Like you should, because until like I think it was about 2 weeks ago, it was half of the project wasn't even sold out. So, and then Snoop Dogg, because Snoop Dogg was a collector. I can't remember the name. He what's the name he came out? He said he was. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, name. That name, that the secret identity.
Yeah, the secret identity name when he came out, and he bought. I think he bought like 200 of these or something like that, and then it was sold out in minutes after that.
Damn.
But this project, I mean, I bought in early. I've had the founder on the podcast. It's called Digital Dubs. The founder is a reggae sound in Brazil. And heavy into the reggae culture, connected with the artists. I think it's like 40 years of experience within the game, man. And they've done dub plates, they put events on Crypto Voxel. So they're really about the community. And I feel that with the history of the punks and the Rastas in the real world, and if you do your background search there, I feel that in the future, this project's going to be real big, man, because they've got a strong community behind them. And in real world they have clout, and you know, and that they give you access to lots of different things. So the utility side of it is going to be massive. So I think when people catch wind and actually understand what's going on, and the reggae community taps into this, I think it's going to be big, man. Yeah,
it looks super dope. I love it. When you post it up, I was like, yo, what the hell is this? This is actually really cool.
Yeah, man. So definitely go check that out, man. Definitely, you'll be able to get in at the floor now. It's nice.
I got to be really honest with you. As you were telling me about this, I'm trying to buy one right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm being very honest. But yo, gas is crazy, right? It's $164 for gas. It's more than the thing.
Oh my gosh, man! Like this stuff, but not gas. Oh, I mean, okay. Let's before we get into looking at your wallet. Before we get into looking at your wallet, I actually do want to talk. I'll ask you the question because I will ask it in between. Is what's the craziest? Do you get into gas wars?
Yeah.
What's the craziest one you've been in?
Yo, actually, so it's funny. After this experience, I was like, yo, I'm not doing this gas war crap anymore. I think I spent, and I really try to avoid crazy gas wars. So one time I thought they were going to be like the next Meebits, but there's this project called Crypto, not the Voxels, but Vox Collectibles, that one.
Okay.
Vox Collectibles. So this thing dropped, and it was like I think around July, when like pretty crazy hype around that time or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And this thing dropped, and I was like, you know, I really want this. I think it's gonna be the next Meebits. Like gotta get into this. And I think I tried to buy two. Me and a bunch of my friends were all like trying to get in at the same time or whatever. And I tried to buy 2 or 3 or something like that. And the gas, I think, spiked to like $1,000. And I was like, it's not even that bad compared to like other stories you hear. But I was like, bro, did I just spend $1,000 on a transaction fee? Like, this is crazy. This is insane. Like, that's not worth it. I don't care what this thing is. It's not worth it. So I was like, after that, I really try to avoid gas wars. I'm like, I'm not doing that anymore. Thankfully, I sold the 2 or 3 that I got. I either came out even or maybe $100 or $200 on top. But I was like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, man. I think hopefully that kind of runs throughout the community. So no one gets to these gas walls. I think everybody can. I mean, I know it's a rush to get whatever's out there, but yeah, it can. I mean, if you could, even though you didn't, you could afford to pay $1,000 at that. I'm assuming, but I think people I've seen, especially not the board apes, the atom bombs.
Oh yeah,
I've seen people get stung real bad in that, and they obviously got the transaction didn't go through, but they still got the fee for the gas.
Yeah, it's terrible, man. It's terrible. And you know what's crazy on that? Just I don't know, something listeners should know of is like if a project does a bad contract, there's like no limit to gas. Like thankfully I got a good contract where there was a limit, but I remember one of my friends, they lost $2,000 on gas because the people that built the contract had no upward limit for gas. So basically whatever it spiked to, you had to pay. They didn't even end up with the freaking thing. It was crazy.
Yeah. And this is what it is, man. And this is why another thing I want to have conversations with people like yourself that have been collecting, been out there, because you were the early adopters and you're going to take the hits.
Right.
You're going to take the hits. And I'm trying to send the warning out to people that are coming into the space like, look, this is what can happen. So do your due diligence, understand what you're going on, and be safe out there. It's nice, but be safe.
For sure.
All right, so let's get into your wallet, man. I'm going to share the screen, and then we're going to start with, like, pick your favorite project, apart from, if it is an ape, just apart from the apes.
Okay, apart from
the apes, and not because we've talked about the apes. I just want to kind of dive into your wallet, because you've got how many? 253 NFTs, man. Like, so you've been out here collecting, man. So really putting in the graph. But yeah, let's jump into it, man. What's your favorite NFT? What's your and tell me why.
Okay, cool. So I got a couple of like new favorite ones, if we want to call it that. Obviously the ape is super special, just given it's the first thing that really hit for me, got me super entrenched in the community, and you know, it's probably the second or third probably second most respected NFT in the game right now. But I will say, like, there's a new project called Humanoids. I don't know if so
I'm looking for the humanoid now. Is it? Can you can you actually search on a?
You can. Yeah. Go up.
Yeah. Okay.
Go up. And search. Yeah, that bar. Yeah.
Yeah, human.
Yeah, it will come up when you say exactly. Go down.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, right there. Yeah. So
okay, cool.
I actually really like these guys. Like they're. I bought into the community on Sunday, this past Sunday. And community is like on fire. There's certain projects where people like really like the art. They find there's just something about a project like this that you just feel like, okay, like this is the next thing where I'm going to invest my time, and I'm going to spend time on Discord. I'm going to spend time on Twitter. I remember I posted like, yo, excited to have gotten a humanoid. I bought it at 0.9, so it's a little down right now, but you know, this one, and I got an ape version of it, right? So the apes are, you know, 22% versus like there's a human version of the humanoid. So, and that one's at like 75%. So I made sure to get kind of like a little bit of a rare one. You see a 1% property for the hairstyle or whatever. But overall, like I got this simply because there's certain projects where you go on Twitter. And when I typically buy into a project is when I see a super active community on Twitter, right? If you see people that are, and not like fake accounts, but like real people talking about how pumped they are about a project, you're like, okay, there's because that's ultimately like a foundation, right? That's like a basis for a community. If you don't have that, it's very hard. It's typically those projects that come in and out of spikes, but when you have a pretty good foundation, you'll whether it's you know, a bull market, a bear market, whatever, you typically have this community that's still passionate about the project, and it will hold price because of those people, you know.
What's the difference between going on Twitter though and Discord? Because I mean, you're saying, okay, you're looking on Twitter. Is that to initially hear about the project and see? So that's your first, and then you would, from there, you would go on the Discord and check out the website and see and look at everything as a whole, or would that be the approach?
That's a great question. So like obviously, like the NFT community lives on either Twitter or Discord most of the time. Some people also do some Telegram stuff, but typically it lives there. The reason I do Twitter, or like I look for signs on Twitter, is because I spend most of my time on Twitter. Discord, it is really it's a lot for me, to be honest. Like I'm like, I can't be in every Discord. I can't sit there and read every conversation, what people are talking about. And there's messages flying every second, 24/7, Twitter is a good way for me to digest what's kind of happening. What's the vibe like? What are people saying about the project? It's just a quick way for me to get kind of a synopsis of what's happening.
Okay. So that makes sense. So that's your favorite project at the moment, and what would you say the main thing is? Is it down to just the how it looks in the traits with the artwork?
And the artwork, you can typically get a vibe from like, and listen, it's always a hit or miss. So sometimes you're like, I don't even know how this thing blew up. Like this artwork looks crazy. Like look at the toads. Okay, did anybody think that the Cryptoadz, whatever they're called, like Cryptoadz, right? They were going to be worth 20 ETH at some point? No, right? Like it spiked to like 20. I think it's back down to like 5 ETH, right? Like that's how much this fluctuates. But like nobody really thought that, right? So you really never know. But I do think that the Humanoids, what I liked about them is they actually look pretty distinct compared to other projects. It's not pixelated, it's different art, but it has similar traits and properties that you've seen in other projects. So there's some similarity there. That's kind of what I look at. And then, I always try to get at least a 1% trait in the things that I'm buying, just to have some sort of rarity.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's fair enough. That's a good answer. I like that. So let's go on to I want to ask you another angle now. So tell me about, do you even look at roadmaps first of all? Is that something that you consider?
Yeah, for me, sometimes, like if I'm gonna invest heavy in a project, and heavy for me is 2, 3. If I'm gonna do more than one, I'm going to look at a roadmap. I want to know what you're doing, like why you're doing it, like who's behind the project. Is there a good team? Will they execute? Have they done other projects? I'll look at that. If I'm doing one and it's just like, I got it sent by one of my friends, like, yo, you got to get in this. I'm like, all right. Like I probably won't look into it, but I'll look more at the stats, how it's trending, who's buying it in the past, couple of days. What's the week like? What's the past month like? Stuff like that.
All right, and so tell me which one you have bought, and we'll jump into it. Whether you've bought 1 or 2 or 3 that you looked at the roadmap, and if you can, just tell me a bit about the roadmap. Any projects you can that come to mind. I know you got 250 here, but
yeah. I really like if you wanna. So it's funny. It's not on my. It's not in the wallet. It's not in this wallet. It's not. Yeah, because I just staked it. So if you go to Mutant Cats, if you just search Mutant Cats on Opensea, you'll find them.
What I do is Mutant Cats.
So the Mutant Cats, really like them.
So have you got it in the so what's this? How could you haven't got it in the wallet? Explain that, because I don't want people saying, "Oh, he's showing us projects that ain't in his wallet."
No, I'll tell you why. It's because I just staked it. So when you stake a project, so there's this new phenomenon in NFTs where people are allowing you to essentially earn passive tokens off of your NFT. So
DeFi basically,
it's kind of like DeFi. They're merging DeFi elements and practices with your NFT project. So the Mutant Cats, what they did is they just came out with a token called Fish, right? And Fish, you're essentially, as long as you're staking your mutant, you'll be able to earn Fish every day. Right. Cool. And so I really like this project, just given the ability to what the hell happened? Due to recent changes, staking has been to a new staking all right, so good to know. The staking has been disabled, just FYI, in case anybody was wondering. But the idea is, why would you just buy an NFT and just have it in your wallet and do nothing with it? So it's kind of like lending, kind of
Lending
getting,
against what? Lending
lending
that.
against the NFT.
Yeah,
Exactly, right? So you're using it as collateral. They'll put it in a vault. They'll basically buy things. So what this project's doing is they're actually buying cool cats, right? And they're using cool cats as the asset to actually that they believe that will appreciate in price. Right. So the DAO is using the proceeds to go buy more and more cool cats, and then you're earning fish based off of that.
Okay, cool. That makes sense. But then why pick cool cats?
Well, cool cats, they're this project, if you'll notice, like the how it looks and obviously the cat, whatever, but they're inspired by cool cats. So they're the mutated version of cool cats, essentially, right? And they believe that, you know, cool cats is, obviously a top 5 project. I agree, it's a top 5 project. They believe that it will be around for a while. The community is super strong. This is one of those assets that, like a Bored Apes, it's not going away anytime soon. Let's buy a bunch of cool cats and let's give essentially dividends in the token of fish, right, to the people that stake their project.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That's interesting. That's interesting. I haven't really come across a project that is doing that. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more, and there probably is a few out there. Maybe,
yeah. There's another project I have called Bears Deluxe. Does something similar with the token honey.
Is that in the wallet, Mina?
Yes, that is in the wallet, my friend.
I don't want people to get.
Oh, it is in there. It is in there. Put it up.
All right, and cool. So what's it called?
Bears.
Yeah,
Bears Deluxe.
Bears Deluxe.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right.
Cool.
So Bears Deluxe, pretty dope. I bought this at 0.04. And just 2 days ago, it was worth 3 ETH. Now it's apparently 2. So as you know, when price fluctuates with ETH, the price of these things, fluctuate. But yeah. So Bears Deluxe, I liked them initially, because it's not a 10,000 collection. It's 6,900.
Yeah.
Right. They had this new element of being able to stake and earn. I haven't staked mine, so you'll see it in my wallet. But also community is very strong. You have all these kind of new elements where people are trying to earn this passive income in order to essentially make money on the asset that they already have, that's kind of already appreciated. So you have a lot of these elements, and ultimately, again, like, it's something that has been very consistent on Twitter, for instance.
Okay, I do like the look of this bear. I mean, it's got that little bit that 8-bit look, CryptoPunk look, but yeah, man, I like the colors. The colors, isn't it? Yeah,
and you have the pixelated vibe. I did want a pixelated collection, right? Like, there's just something about that. Like, CryptoPunks kind of made that kind of one of those things that are it's just unique, right? Like, people get excited about it, but you never really know which pixelated project's going to hit. I do think what benefited the Bears Deluxe is that they were one of the first people to announce the passive token thing. And by the way, all of that, I think I got to just give credit to another project. They're called CyberKongs. I have a CyberKong, but I have a Kongz VX. They're like the baby CyberKongs.
Okay.
If you're not familiar with CyberKongs, you guys should look into them.
It's kind of like that space looking.
Yeah. That's kind
let me just get it off for anyone that is.
Yeah, get it.
So, CyberKongs. And you got VX. I'll get the VX one up. Yeah, cool. Let's get it up. Okay, so this one's a bit different. I like this. Yeah.
So VX is interesting, right? Like, there are 3 different generations to the CyberKongs. The oldest generation, if you have one of the oldest generations, you are an absolute OG. That one, the last I heard, was going for around like 100 to 160 ETH. Okay, wow. That's not this one, obviously. Okay, There's a baby version of that, right? Where there's a baby version of that where you can that's around like it went as high as 10 ETH. I think it's I don't know where it's at now. And then you have these things where you can actually breed baby Kongs and make these things VXs.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
So if you got one of these in your wallet, yeah?
I have VX. Yeah, I have VX.
VX.
So
Okay.
these are the ones that people breed and then create these other.
Let's go check out your one, Kongz. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got two. All right.
Yeah.
Is that like a workman's hat on there? Like.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. And
So I really like these
chain.
things.
Yeah, I like them, man.
I like them. The art is dope. Just a cool look. I will say it's annoying to load because like honestly, I just got a new computer because of how annoying it was to load a lot of these things.
Yeah, cool. That you can actually interact. So how much? What did you get this mint wise?
I got it at go down. I think a point. So one of them I got it around 1 ETH. Go down.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I got it. Yeah, the last one, 1.05. I got that at 1.05. The other one, the other one, I got it at 0.87, something like that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Some gains.
Yeah, some gains. Yeah.
Some gains.
And actually, that's it's a good time, I think, to like talk about my strategy has always been like early on, I was trying to tier up. Like I call it like tier up. Tiering up means like I'm trying to get into like more tier 1 projects, right? There are hundreds, probably like thousands upon hundreds of thousands of projects at this point, right? So you don't really know. You don't know when like the bubble's going to burst. You don't know when these things are going to happen, right? So my strategy has always been, let me try to get into as many projects I think will last. Okay. So the price might fluctuate, but at least these projects they're not rugs. They're not going anywhere. Let me get into as many of those, right? So the cyber Kongs, I think, are one of those, right? A MetaKey, you see like a MetaKey form, right? I don't think MetaKey's going anywhere. They're essentially like a household name. I couldn't get the other 3, so I got this last one. Paid too much because I thought they were gonna fly. I got it at 0.5 something, so it's down a little bit, but right. So you have a MetaKey, which is cool. You got I'm trying to get into projects I think have longevity. They'll stick around. Now I'm learning a little bit more even about the roadmaps. And then how do you, which ones are essentially a long-term hold so that I'm not worried every day about, oh shit, like, is this project going to go away or, things like that.
Yeah. So you just to touch on the MetaKey, the MetaKey is like, it gives you the plan for MetaKey is to give you access to different worlds, whether metaverses or access to different things with that one key. Is that right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a perfect example of what they did. Actually, if you click into MetaKey,
let's go back into it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I go to the top, like click the actual MetaKey check. Yeah. So something interesting about them, if you go down, look at their second generation, they partnered with Artifact.
Yeah.
Right. And Artifact's one of the dopest studios in the game. Like they're coming out with the best. They're top tier NFT and fashion and wearables and things like that. Right. So MetaKey is super smart. What they did is they said, hey, if you get MetaKey Edition 2, and actually we're going to rename it Artifact, the Artifact key, then you'll get access to the Akira drop. The Akira drop is one of the most well-known projects that's dropping. It's one of the most
generative projects in it that they've dropped artifacts.
Exactly. So Artifact, which is known for like clothes and shoes and like really dope different drops like that, they're dropping their own avatar project. Everybody wants this project. So MetaKey is like, okay, well, let's really reward our holders. If you have this MetaKey, this specific one, number 2, then you're essentially guaranteed an artifact at mint price, which is 0.05.
Oh, is that what? Okay, so all right,
yeah,
it's almost like a gold card, black card.
Yeah,
you access to. Okay, so that makes sense. So it's kind of like a fast track. If I want to fast track to a project, I definitely want to get that project. Get one of these MetaKeys.
Exactly. And the other thing is, notice, right? MetaKey Edition 1 is supposed to be the best top tier MetaKey, right? It's
Yeah.
Genesis. You should have the most perks. But actually MetaKey 2 is even higher than it because people really want that Kira.
Yeah. Crazy. Crazy. All right. So what have you got access to then in your MetaKey?
To be honest, I don't even know yet. Like
you just get hold of one.
Yeah, I just know they're going to build in utility, so it's like a long term. I know they'll attach it to some sort of project. I like those guys at that project. We at my company, at the company I work with, Curio, we've worked with them on a couple of things, and so I'm very confident in that team. So I was like, I don't really care what it is, just
get involved.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go into because also another part of the actual review is versatility, diversity in the actual wallet. So I know that you have only got PFPs here. I can see it looks like you got some art. So let's jump onto the art, man. Like, tell me a bit about what art pieces you have and why.
Cool. Yeah. So actually, you're at an art piece right now. Can you go up?
Okay. Up here.
I think no. His name's YoungKev.
Let me search him.
Oh yeah, just search.
All right.
Yeah. So YoungKev, really dope artist. If you even click into his collection, I really just wanted to buy it to support the art, right? Like sometimes I just buy stuff because I'm like, yo, especially artwork. Like I'll just buy stuff because I really like the artist. Like I like what they're putting out. Again, there's one thing to put money into a PFP, which I do a lot of, obviously, as you see. And there's another thing to support like an upcoming artist, right?
Yeah.
YoungKev, upcoming artist, has actually done a collection for Curio before. Really love his work. And so I was like, yo, I know this guy's gonna blow up at some point. Let me get one of his pieces. So I got one of those, and you'll see it's 1 out of, I believe, 10. Just dope vibe. I really just love what he's doing.
I do like this one, man. It's cool, and it's something different, you know what I mean? And it's clean look to it. So I feel like these projects always aesthetically they look good, and he hasn't rushed. He don't look like he's rushed and put out a load of pieces. It looks like he's taking his time. So
that dude takes his time, and he's done more projects than this. I think he's on other platforms as well.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, he's super dope. If you click out of that, and actually, just a quick plug, I was put onto him by a group called Black NFT Art. So if you just see on Twitter, Black NFT Art, love those people. Like they really highlight.
I'll put that Twitter up when we at the end edit.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, you should. They just highlight amazing Black artists. And I'm getting more involved in that community there. Man, they're putting out some fire, really, real fire.
Okay, so where are they based? Is it in Paris?
No, they're based in Atlanta.
Atlanta. Okay.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
They're based in Atlanta. They did a new show actually that Curio NFT sponsored. It's called Crossroads. Really like just highlighting, promoting, and just celebrating like the amount of just Black NFT art that's going out right now. It's fire.
That's dope.
Yeah. So another one of my dopest, I think this piece, man, in like, I don't know when, but I think this is going to go to like some auction house. Chi-Moody.
It's how you spell it.
Yeah.
Chi. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, sorry. Chi, yeah, 100%. He was already selling in like galleries already. Like, I mean, he's a massive hip hop photographer, man. Like,
yeah, this guy's work is absolutely fire. There's one of the most iconic ones that he did was actually, if you click into Chi on the description.
Okay.
Yeah, click and then go to create. Exactly, created. That's perfect. Yeah, this one's fire. Like he did a lot covering Biggie. So I think he was just covering Biggie's early work.
That was when he actually got signed. That one was this picture with.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That was when he got signed.
Oh, that's sick. That's sick. Yeah. So I have a couple of these Snoop pieces. And yeah, I actually, by the way, I bought them at like 2 ETH. Like, but honestly, that is one of the ones that I'm holding. Like that's not going anywhere.
Nah, man.
Go down. There's one that's super iconic. Oh, that's
Biggie in the Twin Towers.
Yeah. That one is iconic, bro. That one I think is gonna get auctioned off like at some house at some point. And by the way, for anybody that doesn't know, he passed away. So I believe his estate, like, puts out these in memory of him, and fire stuff.
Nah, fire, man. Like anyone into the hip hop scene, even if you're not into hip hop, but just the photos in general, they capture so much. And if you're into hip hop, you understand like these early photos of these hip hop legends, man. Like obviously you've seen the Tupac one. I've seen this.
Yeah.
You got Nas over here.
Yeah.
And if you search him, if you go onto YouTube, you'll see him talking about each photo and stuff like that. So you can do your research, and there's a story behind each photo, man. So yeah, man, just go support this, man. You got 2 dope pictures of Snoop there, man.
Yeah. And I was trying to diversify it. Snoop at that point was like the ones I can get my hands on. I got it on Rebel, and then it just converts over to Opensea. So I really love this one.
Now Snoop's an OG collector, so he's worth
it. Exactly.
All right, cool. So what about sports wise? Have you got anything down that in the sports side of it?
I have I have some things on Top Shot. I'm not like a big Top Shot collector or anything, but like I have some Top Shot just to like understand it, learn it, play around with it. Going through my collection right now. How many sports? No. But actually on the art piece, I got this Time magazine one. I don't know if you're familiar with the Time drop.
Time, yeah.
Yeah. So I got this, and I actually got it because I really wanted a Jay and Silva piece. Jay and Silva is like, I would say he's probably the best NFT, like original NFT photography person that I've actually came across when I first got in. So I did the Time piece because I really wanted a piece of his, but his floor was like, I don't know, at some point I think it was like 15 ETH. So I was like, I'm not paying 15 ETH. But he did it. He was part of that collaboration. So when that thing dropped, I really paid a lot for that thing, like too much.
Okay, but it's not the one I'm on now. There's another one, is it? Then not this one.
No, let me see. No, not that one.
Okay, I was thinking,
yeah, not the cat. No. If you right there. Yeah, building a better.
Yes, yeah. I'm with you. That makes sense now for what you were saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So Jan's like amazing. Like his work is really fire. So on the right side of the work, that's his piece. So I really like that. He's a good follow on Twitter. He's connected to a lot of people in the community. So I'm a big fan of his work. I bought that thing. This is the other thing I will say for anybody that's getting into collecting, just be very weary of buying stuff at the all-time high. Okay. Like I bought this literally, I bought it at 1.75. Just be very careful of buying at the all-time high, because literally a price can fluctuate in one day. And that's what happened. Like I bought it at 1.75, thing went to like 1 the next day. Yeah. So if you ever feel like, oh my God, I get it right now, it's never going to go down, that's always wrong. Always. I don't care if it's Bitcoin or Ethereum or NFT, it will always come down, and you can buy it at a lower price. Just chill out.
Yeah, have patience. I mean, I feel like you've got, from what the conversation I had with you so far, I feel like you've got a good balance. You buy, obviously, sometimes with intention to gain, but then also you clearly love some of the pieces that you buy and you're supporting it and you invest. So it's not a case of it's all about the finances. You genuinely like the pieces, and I'm sure you're going to hold on to a few of these for a long time.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And there's certain ones where, yeah, I'm just going to get rid of them. And then there are other ones where like, no, I can hold on to them. I do think there's a thought out there on, Twitter and Discord that, again, you'll hear this phrase, we're super early, right? Yeah. And there's an idea that things that were created this year are really the first set of NFTs that like have a shot to be around for a long time. Mm-hmm. And as the market continues to grow, that these things will appreciate. So there are certain things I'm not getting rid of. And then there are certain things where, no, like I need liquidity. I'm gonna get out of it.
Yeah, makes sense. I can see. I'm just scrolling down. I see you have an OG project here, man. Like,
Yeah,
you got the Crypto
yeah,
Kitty from Dapper Labs.
yeah,
Creators of
yeah.
Top Shot.
So
So
and interesting. So you want to just tell like the Crypto Kitty was essentially the first, right?
yeah, it was the first the ERC 721s because CryptoPunks are ER20s, aren't they?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
wrapped,
Something
yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So this is
Um,
the OG project, man. And like, how did you get this and when?
so I got this actually. This is like a day one. This the reason I bought this, and I bought it, I think at like 1.2 ETH. Yeah,
Yeah,
there you have right, 1.2 ETH, right?
yeah.
So this one I bought it because this was actually minted the day this thing came out. It
Right.
wasn't like it's they're considered like day one crypto kitties. So if you have things other than that, right, you'll find crypto kitties that are as low as like 0.002, whatever,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because you can breed them consistently. But
Yes.
the reason why this is valuable is like this came out and was minted the same day the project started.
Wow. So this is like the real OG piece, man.
Yeah, right, exactly.
How rare is it then? So let me have a look in the rare. How does it work? Oh, I can see got quite a few rarities, but like, is this one? Would you say this is one of the rarest ones out there? Or top?
Not yeah, it's comparably to that as how many are out there. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very rare. So
Mhm.
you'll see that I think it says SE4, right?
Mhm.
This means that I believe that it means that this is still an offspring. So like this one has quote unquote parents,
Yeah.
but and bred a bunch more, but it's so early in the sense that like it came out that same day, and then I think it only has one set of parents.
Okay. All right. And so
Like you can get a crypto kitty that has like generations of parents, you know?
yeah, because they can be constantly forged and created
Yeah,
into different ones in it. Yeah.
exactly.
Okay. All right, cool. So that's the first time the first crypto kitty I've seen in the wallet. So definitely get
Cool.
big points for that. So let's talk. Okay, let's flip it. We've been very, very positive. We're still going to remain positive, but I want to talk about obviously the losses because it's.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you've been very lucky, it's not always ups. There's going to be a lot of downs. So,
Hell
what
yeah.
would you consider the biggest loss for yourself? Whether that be finance, to whether that be rug pull, whether that be a letdown in regards to what you thought it was going to be. And like I said, I always say like this is not an attack on the projects, but it's just literally your experience.
Yeah. So I'll give you. There's one project I was super bullish on, and I'm a little disappointed as like to how it's panned out.
Mhm.
It's called Galaxy Eggs. So I really liked, and you can, yeah, it's still in my wallet. I
Yeah.
really liked Galaxy Eggs,
Okay.
bro. I bought it at 1.66, as you see.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. And this is a pretty rare one, right? So like if you go to properties, you'll see that, yeah. So
What?
if it's 1%,
Yeah.
or lower, it's typically pretty it's considered whatever rare comparatively to other ones.
Okay.
Really, like the reason I really bought this, and again, it's a long-term hold. This now is going to be one of those projects that actually, even if it's not going to be quote unquote like flippable, I'm going to take that picture and put it in like an infinity object and put it in my house, you know,
Yeah.
because it's the artwork is fire.
Yeah, it is.
Like
it is.
it is fire. Like all of, and this was made by a woman named Gal Barkin. She's amazing artist. The one thing is like a lot of the projects that do well in terms of like hype and like prestige and all this other crap are ones that are super engaged on like on Twitter, are always talking, their fans are talking, the roadmap's clear and all this stuff. I do think that it is a long hold because I think she'll come out with another amazing project and attach utility to the Galaxy Eggs.
Yeah.
But it's also one of those things like you buy super high, right? Because the people are really excited, and then like it drops, So yeah, but again, this is one of those projects that I was like, even if it doesn't do well, I like it enough where I'll actually use it as art in my house.
And that's it, like you win-win, isn't it? I mean, I guess like if worse comes to worse, you still can, like I said, you're still going to find use for it and you pay for it, and that's what it is. And it's something like that's amazing. It's still that you can potentially she can go on to do collaborations, and you could have that hanging up in your house, and then it could be worth crazy money in the future. You know what I mean? Like, because we're at the, like you said, we're at the beginning. We don't know what's going to happen over the next few years, and these we consider obviously CryptoPunks as OG, but there's a lot of these projects are going to be considered OG in the next 5 to 10 years because a lot of stuff's going to happen. So so yeah, man, like I do like the art though. I do like it.
The art, the art is sick. And even if you click into the Galaxy eggs, you'll see like once I saw, I was like, yo, this is different. Like this is
it's a Game of Thrones eggs. That's what it looks like.
yeah, exactly. Game of Thrones eggs, exactly.
Yeah,
it's really fire. But I will say, like, one of the ones, my journey getting in, if you see some of my first projects, so some of the things that I first collected, bro, I think I lost like $5,000 to $7,000 when I first started.
Wow.
You know, and like that's like the honest truth. I really, if you can you filter by like oldest? I think you can, right?
Let me see.
Like that.
What's oldest? Yeah.
Oldest. Yeah.
Let's go. Oh, let me take this off. Sorry. Let's search again. For some reason, it's only bringing up this. And I doubt that's your oldest, isn't it?
No, definitely not.
Okay, let me go back here.
Yeah.
Let's try again. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Cool. So you got a lot of these things, but actually, if you scroll down. Oh, this is strange. Whatever. Okay. But if you there's a collection called. One second, I'll find it. Okay, yeah. So if you go to like, there's a thing called Color Storm. I bought on Rarible. There's this thing actually might end up being like iconic thing, because I think it was like one of the first things that came out, but it's called the Tesla lighter.
Okay, is this on your OpenSea one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Tesla. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. So this thing, right? Like I bought this thing. Look at this, right?
Yeah.
2 owners. I think they burned like a lot of the collection. I'm gonna just keep this. I bought it for 0.4. Right. It was one of those first, like when I got onto Rarible in February, it's like one of the first things that was like trending. So I was like, yo, I gotta get this Tesla lighter. I don't know what the hell it is, but let me just buy it. Right. I think I spent like $1,000 on it. And then you have like all these other old ones, like God of ETH. I bought, Hash Hounds. I just saw this thing. Somebody was promoting it on Instagram. It was like one of the first projects, generative avatar projects I saw on Instagram. Yeah, all these.
I did see this. Oh my gosh, did you get one of these?
Yeah, I got these.
These are one of these projects that I used to get DMs about and stuff like that.
Yes, exactly. I was like, bro, this is gonna be crazy. I gotta get this. And like, it's I don't know, the floor is probably like negative, right? But no offense to the artists, I'm sure they're great people. But yeah, so
she got a rare one.
I got a rare one. Yeah, I was like, I need a rare one.
Okay, so like, go on, tell me about that. So why did you get into this? Like just literally just off the hype and just seeing it around and thought, let me just.
Yeah, I honestly, to be honest, because I didn't know anything. Like I didn't understand. Okay, like you got to know what's happening on Twitter. You got to know what the following is like. You got to know how many Discord members they have. You got to know like who's behind the project. Like I didn't know. I was just like, oh, cool things that look like other cool things that are expensive. Let me buy it.
Yeah. And I think that, you know what, the thing is that thanks for being so transparent about that, because I feel like that's what people are going to do. That's what you think, and it's so, people get so much FOMO, like so much things are happening so quick. People are making millions, tweeting about the hundreds of thousands and so on. And like, everyone's just like, okay, I need to get in on this project before it sells out. And like I said, it's not always the case. It's going to sell out. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, getting at the right time, understanding what the project's about, believing in the project.
Right.
So at least if it doesn't do well, you still, well, it was something that you felt comfortable taking that gamble into a certain extent, you know what I mean? Because a lot of these PFP projects, they before they were created, they're just a concept. They're selling a concept to you, and you buy into that concept, and then a community is created out of that.
Yep.
So yeah, I think the people have got to be wary, and obviously, like I said, do your due diligence. I mean, because obviously you've learned from buying the hash hounds to getting a crypto kitty, big difference.
Yeah, exactly. And you there's certain things like you still ape into because there's a lot of hype and like you can't control yourself.
Yeah.
And whatever. But there are definitely a lot of learnings. Like every trade you make, you really just want to, hey, why am I making this? Why did I do this? I'll give you an example. This is one of the things that if you talk about my regrets, this is my regret. Okay.
Okay.
Let me tell you. After the news about Artifact, right? About this Akira drop, right? I was like, man, this thing is going to explode because people were saying if you had an artifact from the old collections, you would get one of the Akiras, right?
Yeah.
Or one of their new projects. So I was like, okay, crap. Like, let me go find one of the cheaper artifact pieces. Let me go buy it. I'll hold it, and then the price is going to skyrocket. I was actually right. So I got something called the CryptoPunk sneakers.
Yeah.
Okay. You ever see those things?
Yeah, I think I have. It's the guy, I forgot his name, who's creator. Like he's a collector himself. Is that right?
Yeah. Oh no, not the Jeff Staple one. I know which one you're talking. Not the Jeff Staple one. But here, this is I'll just put it in our chat real quick. Here. So these sneakers.
Okay.
Or actually you can just search Artifact Punk Project Gen 1. Or yeah, you have it right now. Okay. So if you click into the Artifact Punk projects, so these sneakers, what they did is they went to CryptoPunks and they were like, hey guys.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, so you see these, right? We want to reward those who have CryptoPunks for being OGs. We'll actually give you guys sneakers, right? So every CryptoPunk had the ability to mint one of these. Some people did, some people didn't, whatever, right? So whatever. I went out and I got one of these pieces that were on sale. I got it for 3 ETH, right?
Yeah.
And then I was right. The thing skyrocketed and I sold at like 9.5 or something like that. Okay. That's amazing, right? That's a 60
big gains. That's good. Yeah, 60. Yeah.
That's not bad, right? But I'm an idiot because this thing kept going up, right? And the floor for anything Artifact right now is, I think, like 13 or 12. The floor price here, 15.
15, man. Yeah. Crazy.
Right? Why is it? Because you don't only get one Akira, you get 3 Akiras if you have one of any artifact piece. Right? So I could have had the sneaker, which probably long-term is going to be dope. And I could have had 3 Akiras, right? I just have to pay the main price, which is 0.005, right? But I sold all that for essentially 60, like an idiot.
Well, it's hindsight, isn't it? We see it's hindsight because at the time you're still happy because you sold it and you made a gain on it. But I mean, obviously, now you see, you're thinking, oh shit, like
yeah, right. So this is just I share this stuff because like you might think that collectors that have a lot of pieces, been in the game, making money, have apes and all this stuff, that everybody's just like doing all the right things all the time. Nobody knows anything. We're just like learning all the time.
Amen. That's what it is, man. So literally, this is one of the reasons I wanted to do this, is just speak to people like yourself to just kind of tell your truth and your story and the ups and downs, because there are going to be ups and downs when you're doing this. And I don't think you can offer strategies out, but I don't think there's a blueprint of how to collect, because you're not in control. I mean, it's other people. You're leaving your hands, obviously your values in other people's hands. You know what I mean? Your destiny in other people's hands. So like, you've got no control.
No, I will say, like, I agree with it. Like, there are strategies you can you can have a short-term pump and dump strategy. You can definitely do it. You can track projects every day. You can make 0.2 ETH every single day if you really wanted to. Okay. I really do believe that if that's the full-time thing you're doing, it's like day trading. You can do it and you can do it pretty well. Right. But if you're going to hold projects and you're going to say this project is going to be 3 ETH or 4 ETH, it's going to be the next blue chip. Nobody knows anything. It could change every day. It change over the course of a week. Anything can change.
All right, cool. Well, I think that's good value for the listeners, definitely to take on board and just to kind of like assess before actually going into it. But another angle I want to come at is which project have you got in your wallet that has got a good side, a good intention to it? So whether they're giving to charities or it's a project about something that's been positive to help the real world or someone like, or help the community, anything like that. You collected anything like that before?
Yeah. Well, actually, I'll say that a lot of the projects that we've worked with actually at Curio, which is, we work with traditional IPs, typically movie studios, entertainment companies, things like that. We work with them, and we actually, they actually always give back to a charity most of the time.
All right.
A lot of the projects. There's a project called Concrete Park. You won't see it here because it's actually on Curio. It's a separate site. It's kind of like it's another marketplace.
Yeah.
They actually, if you look up like Concrete Park Bangers, they gave proceeds to Black Girls Code.
Okay.
Which is a really awesome organization. Just giving,
What they're concrete?
Yeah, Concrete Park. Yeah, if you actually go concretepark.com, you'll find it.
Curio. If I go on Curio, okay, yeah, cool. Got it here.
Yeah, right there.
So yeah.
Wait, no, definitely the wrong. Yeah, go to enter.
Check it out. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, and go to, and just click in there.
Check in. All right. So we're in here?
Yeah.
So these like posters or magazine covers or?
Yeah. So no, it's a graphic novel.
Okay.
So it's a graphic novel. And yeah, if you scroll down, you'll see the collaboration with Black Girls Code. So 10% of the proceeds went to Black Girls Code. Really awesome art, entire dope, just story behind it. These poor and under marginalized people were basically sent to this world, and they have to go fend for themselves and create a new world. And it's just very cool just project that we worked on actually.
Yeah, I've seen it. So is this sold out now?
No, it's not sold out. I think it's about almost halfway sold out.
All right, and so there you go, man. Like there's a little plug for obviously Concrete Park. Go check it out if you want to support Black Girls Code, look into the cool artwork and the novels. There you go. You can make sure you go check this out.
Yep.
All right, and so let's round it up. I want to know, which is your biggest flex, man? Which is the biggest, carries the most clout for yourself? That
my ape.
Yeah,
ape.
I'm putting in ape. This one, yeah. So if you this definitely, and look at obviously the price is 30.
It's down a lot actually, but yeah, it was at 40 pretty recently.
It's crazy, man. Like, I mean, I'm not shocked because obviously I've been in the NFT space for a while and I've seen what the apes have done and what it represents. And yeah, I thought that the apes carry this proud. They carry it. They're proud.
Yeah.
They walk around proud, man.
And we got this high tops. This is a really cool project. 10K TF. They worked with a bunch of, not just the apes, but the penguins and
on one. Sorry, them didn't they too? Is that right?
Yeah, exactly.
They made backpacks and stuff like that.
Yeah, make backpacks, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Ah, shit.
So we got these dope.
So did you get this for literally just you to mint it, or did you get?
Yeah, just a mint price of 0.05.
Okay, it's cool. So what do you actually do with this? It's just literally just an image with.
Yeah, it's just an image. I'm sure they'll probably like when they get to the metaverse, I could probably give it to my ape or something. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. Okay. So anything that I think I'm missing out versatile wise that you got any music? Have you got any big IP NFTs in the collection that we don't want to skip over? I mean, I know you got, obviously we didn't touch on, we got a cool cat. I can see you got a Z run, which is obviously that's sick. I mean, do you actually have to look after this horse and maintain it, or is it literally just, have you raced
I haven't done much, but I like to keep some. I think I have 2 Zs.
Okay, got a cat gang, which is popping out projects.
Yeah.
That's real dope. So Super Yeti. You got the balls on the block. So listen, which one is it? Okay, apart from the apes, because we know what the apes have brought with obviously the airdrops. Which one's been your favorite airdrop you've received?
Oh, airdrop. Good question. Bulls on the Block gave a pretty decent airdrop. I took it. Oh no, the mutants. Definitely the mutants. Oh, being able to mint a mutant for free, and then
yeah, that's why I said apart from the apes.
yeah. Apart from the ape, I would say Bulls on the Block did bears. They dropped the bear. I was able to flip the bear for a decent amount.
Okay, so, yeah, they're cool, man. Like that's Ruiz. He's the artist for that. I had him on the podcast too.
Yeah, they're cool. I like those guys.
What about I know the one of the
Royal
founders
Society
of Royal Society players. You've been to any events?
Yeah, the events are dope. Yeah, they do really good events.
Okay, did you head down to them, or did you head down?
Yeah, they did one in New York. I really liked it.
Yeah, did you? Okay, because I've had haven't dropped it yet, but had Tyler.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, on the podcast. So did you? Nice. I don't know if you managed to meet him.
Nice. Yeah, he. I met NFT Anonymous. I think he's.
Yeah, that's Tyler. Yeah.
Exactly. I just know him by pseudonames. Yeah, they're actually a really dope person. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So okay, let's just scrolling down now. I just want to miss that. We got Stoner Cats. Obviously, that had a bit of a up and down. I mean, I know it sold out, but people in the community wasn't happy about the way things went.
Yeah,
the experience that yourself.
Yeah, it sold out. I think it'll come back. That's one where there was so much hype around it. But yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I think this is a nice little end to the actual review, and I enjoyed it, man. I rate the collection. Definitely got some interesting NFTs in there, and obviously you've got some amazing gems and advice for the listeners. So I will be doing a review. I will be rating it.
Hell yeah.
I can say it's up there, man. I can say it's up there. So
like it, man. Thank you.
So thank you for coming on and spending the time with us, Mina.
No, I appreciate you having me on, man. You're doing awesome work, and I appreciate what you're doing for the community. And we just need more of this. So, thank you for having me on. And if anybody has any questions, hit me up on Twitter, follow me, DM me, and we'll talk.
All right, and cool. Well, thanks again. Everyone stay listening and stay blessed.